What if you could turn a visual design into a real measurable floor plan in minutes? This is part 2 of the interior renovation and redesign workflow. In the first part, we emptied a furnished space and completely redesigned it. Now, we're turning those visuals into real architectural outputs, floor plans, technical drawings, and axonometric views. So we start by writing a prompt to create an architectural 2D floor plan of this room. We specify that all shapes and geometries should be kept accurate, and also the furniture placement, the windows and the doors should be shown in those floor plans. And I uploaded the 3 images that we generated in the previous workflow, the ones that were my favorites from each view, so facing towards the windows, towards the kitchen, and towards the sleeping area. And the first result that I got wasn't exactly a floor plan, but still it's very accurate. So it's basically like a drawing of this view of the space. So it's very nice, could be useful, but not exactly what I was looking for. So then I added again these 3 room views of the redesigned space and wrote a more detailed prompt. So again, to create an architectural 2D floor plan of this room, and the view should be from above. Again, all shapes and geometries should be kept completely accurate. And I would like to see also the furniture placement, the windows, walls, and doors in the right position. So yeah, the room should be super accurate based on the references. And first I tried with the image model Nano Banana, and this is the first result that I got, a 3D floor plan, and it's quite accurate, all the furniture in their right position. But then I kept going with the same prompt, again with these 3 room views and with the same prompt, and I tried out a couple of more variations of the space. For example, this one isn't a floor plan, it's basically just a view of the space from above. And for example, this floor plan was the most accurate so far, but as you can see, there is this thing here, which is actually the symbol for a door in a floor plan, but it's not very correct to be placed there. So I used this tool, which marks edits. I selected the area and I just wrote delete this, and I can show you the result. This was the result. If I reload the prompt, you will see that the area was selected from the previous generation and that I wrote delete this. And yeah, everything was kept completely the same, only this small part was deleted. So this tool for edits is very helpful, like for small details that you would like to adjust. And then I went on and did a couple of other generations to see if I'm gonna get a better result. So the views are all from above. They're all in a different style. This is like a render from above, not exactly a floor plan. But yeah, as you can see, the furniture placement, the room geometries and everything is kept completely accurate. You can see also a different lighting environment here. And for example, for these generations, again, I uploaded these 3 images of the different views, the different angles of the previously redesigned space. And I wrote to take image 1 as a base, which is the floor plan that I generated before. So this one. Take image 1 as a base and keep all the shapes and proportions exactly the same in this 2D floor plan. So I wanted like a render with a view from above. And yeah, these were the results. Very accurate and very realistic also. Here are a couple of different variations. And then the next step was creating an exploded axonometric 3D drawing of this space. So again, I uploaded the previously generated floor plan. I had marked it with a heart. This is the one that was the most accurate. It's also the one where we removed the door with the editing tool. So I used this as a base image and I wanted to create, an exploded axonometric drawing. I wanted the walls and the ceiling and the floor and all the furniture to be visible as separate layers, and also all the geometries should be kept accurate. So this is the result. As you can see, the different elements and parts of the room are shown as different layers, but still there are some inaccuracies. Like for example, this door on this wall, it actually doesn't exist. And also this pendant light. So I made another try and again added the previously generated floor plan to the prompt. Again, I wrote to create an exploded axonometric 3D drawing of the space, but this time I added with a super accurate and realistic perspective of the room. It should be an axonometric perspective. And yeah, all the geometries and shapes should be kept accurate, and also the furniture should be placed in the correct location. I was using the image model Nano Banana, and in this step, I got another floor plan with a view from above, so not exactly an axonometric view, but it's okay. You can see it in black and white, just like as a line drawing, or also with a bit of textures, and it is completely accurate. It's exactly the space that we have, but it's a floor plan. It's not an axonometric drawing. So again, I wrote a new prompt. I uploaded the previously generated floor plan, and I uploaded a reference image for a better understanding of the kind of view that I want to see. So an architectural axonometry. And again, I wrote a detailed prompt about the axonometric perspective, that it should be in 3D, that it should be very accurate, the furniture should be in their correct location. Image 2 should be used as a reference for the view and the perspective. So this image. And this is the result that I got of the exploded diagram. And it is completely accurate, but again, there are some doors that don't actually exist in the space, but it's okay. They're easily removable with the edit tool. You can just select the area and write to delete these. Yeah, in that case, I didn't do it because I got also a couple of other results that were better. Like for example, this one, or also this one. These ones are much more realistic. For example, here, there are also no unnecessary doors. This one is also nice from a frontal perspective. This one as well. And all of these last generations were created with this prompt. So again, about the exploded axonometric 3D drawing, using this image of the floor plan as a base. And then at this point, I had added 2 reference images for the axonometric perspective. And at the end, I wrote use image 2 and 3 as a reference for the view and perspective. So the more detailed I was, the better and the more accurate the results were. And yeah, the final axonometric diagrams were really the most realistic. Then for the next step, I wanted to create again a 3D axonometric view of this space, but this time with all elements connected. And the whole room should be shown from an elevated angle. And this time as a reference, I just uploaded the 3 different angles, the 3 different viewpoints of the previously redesigned space. I chose the image model Nano Banana, and these were my results. This one was the best. So yeah, all the elements are connected and it's from a 3D perspective. Then for the next step, I wanted to clean these walls here in this exploded axonometric view. So again, I took the Mark Edits tool. I selected this area and this area. And on both, I wrote delete this. And the result that I got was this one. So completely clean walls with no doors that are actually non-existent. And yeah, here you can see the difference after the edit. This was the before and this is the after. Then for the next step, I used this image that I had just edited. I added it to the prompt. I added also the 3 reference images of the space that I had in the beginning. And again, I wrote to create a 3D axonometric view of the space with all elements connected and to show the room from an elevated angle. So I did another try in order to be more detailed. And these were the results that I got after this prompt. So as you can see, all the elements are connected. It is a 3D view of the space, or also this view. So yeah, the goal of this step was to generate different angles and different views of the space. Then I wanted to create some more elevations, so a side view of the space, also with the elements exploded in an axonometric view. Then for the next step, I wanted to see this angle of the space in an exploded way. So I added these 2 reference images of the exploded axonometric views and the previously generated image, so this one. I added them to the prompt and I wrote to create an exploded axonometric 3D drawing of the space with a super accurate and realistic perspective of the room. Then I described more in detail what exactly I want to see, and these were the results. This is not very realistic because something's wrong with the ceiling, but that's okay. This one is perfect. There's also a couple of different versions. They're all very accurate, very realistic. And then for the next step, I wanted to do an experiment of changing the style of the first image and making it in the same style like the second image. So I uploaded to the prompt this previously generated image and this one, which was a bit further back. So yeah, this image. I added them both to the prompt and try to switch the style, and here are some of the results that I got. So as you can see, it's all the exact same perspective, the exploded axonometric drawing, but just with different colors and different shading. And for the last step, I wanted to create an animation out of this, so I added this previously generated image, this one, and the 3D angle from above, so this one. The ones that I had marked with a heart. That's how I keep things organized among all these results. So the ones that I had marked with a heart, that were my favorites, I added them to the prompt, and I wrote to create a transformation video showing how the exploded axonometric drawing turns into the whole complete space. And I decided that it's important to mention to not add any new furniture, because sometimes AI does that. And here is one of the video results. So you can see how all of the elements are coming together. And this is the second result. So yeah, it's an animation to present how all of the separate layers of the space come together. And as you can see in this workflow, there were a lot of results and everything was a bit messy. So there is the canvas tool, where you can organize all your results and you can move things around by dragging them. You can also mark certain generations that you like the most. For example, I don't know, I like this video more and this one I didn't like it. So the canvas helps you keep things more organized. Or in general, you can also write notes and drag things around, move them, and yeah, organize everything in your own way. So it's just an option how you can keep things more organized when you have so many results and they're all a bit messy. And yeah, as you can see, this workflow bridges the gap between visual design and technical documentation. And starting from a redesigned room, you end up with clean floor plans, exploded axonometric views, and clear spatial diagrams. So everything you need for presentation, coordination, or later on for construction. I hope this workflow inspired you to experiment with new ways of translating ideas into drawings using Vondy. Thanks for watching!